Good morning, Soapbox Nation. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan, and thank you for tuning in for episode 124 of Soapbox Daily. Happy Monday to you. How's everybody doing today? How was your weekend? Was it a good weekend? Was it a fulfilling weekend? I don't know. My weekends go by really quick, but you know what? I got responsibilities, as we all do. Being a dad and a husband and all that stuff, it's never ending. It's your free time. It's filled up really quick. It's like you think you got a moment, but no, there's stuff to do. You do what you can. You do what you can. But hey, with that being said, how is your integrity? How's your integrity been this weekend? Were you being the positive change? Were you doing the right thing? Were you being the positive change the world needs? Only you will know. Onwards and upwards. Today, for this Monday, speaking of which, integrity and all that fun stuff, we're talking about the following. Yes, our topic for today is slacking at the job. Yes, that is our topic for today, slacking at the job. And I don't know, I think it's something we've all witnessed. It's all something we've all experienced. We've all had that person or people in some level or another, not necessarily always at the workplace, but at some level or another, we've witnessed slackers. We've either worked with them, we've played with them, we've experienced them, and it sucks. It really, don't get me wrong, everybody does to a certain level, whether it be minimal or maximum, does slack on occasion. Laziness, I think, is somewhere in the human nature to a degree. Some are experts at it, others not so much. But the thing is that slacking is kind of like a boat anchor, unfortunately. It's basically you're not doing your job, your task, what you've been assigned to do, and you're making other people's lives a little more difficult for what they have to do. And I've seen this on different levels, and some people have hidden agendas, but also keep in mind that a lot of the times it's about perspective. Now, your perspective could be that they're slacking. Their perspective is that they're not slacking. But they really, I think what comes down to it is that, hey, how is it defined, their task, their job, what they should be doing, and how do they view what they're doing versus what they should be doing, or vice versa? And again, it comes down to perspective. What experts basically say is that we've all worked with somebody who doesn't pull their own weight, and not necessarily just worked, but also played. That the person that slacks, multitasks, does everything else but the task at hand, project at hand. And I'll tell you a recent thing that I've actually had recently. In all things, you think, well, gameplay, what does it matter? Playing a video game. I'm in a group. Everybody has their assignments. Everybody's supposed to do a certain task. Everybody has certain abilities they bring to the group based on what they are, what their class is, whatever the case may be. And when people don't do what they're supposed to do based on what's expected of them, it really puts a damper on the rest of the group. Now, sometimes there could be other reasons for it, but, whether it's in a game or whether or not it's at work, could be other reasons, could be stuff at home, could be stuff outside in their life, could be a lot of different reasons for why. So try to be a little empathetic to start off with. Try to be a little empathetic to try to understand. Come at them with a friendly word and say, hey, could you do this for me, please? Or could you do this? Or is there a reason why you're not doing this? But not being accusatory, but kind of being empathetic towards the fact that they might have stuff on the go for why they're not doing it. But if you address the issue with them and they still don't move on what they're supposed to do, how much more do you have to do? How much more do you have to get on them to do their job when they should be doing what they're told their assignments to do based on their position and what they're supposed to bring to the group or the team or whatever the case may be? So you give them a nudge, say, hey, and if they still don't do it, what do you do? That's the difficult part. If you're doing something leisurely, if you're playing a game or sport or whatever the case may be, and somebody's not pulling their weight, you can do a couple things. You can leave the situation, or, you can try to get more people in on it to try to nudge the person the right way. Or last but not least, just like you would in a workplace, collect all the evidence, collect the facts, bring it to your boss. Now, some people might say, hey, you're just a tattletale. You're just a snitch. We don't like snitches. Well, if that person not doing their job is going to make your job, whatever it may be, whether it be as in a game or a team or a workplace, if they're not pulling their weight, it's going to make your life even rougher, then yes, it does affect you. Now, some people might say, well, mind your own business. Well, that is your own business at that point. It is your business when it starts affecting you and your performance and the jobs that you have to do, the tasks you have to do, it starts affecting that. And then it starts affecting you, so it becomes personal. So you know what? You have to say something. You can't let slackers continue with doing what they're doing. If you go to a place of business and the person that's serving you is slacking or not giving you the service, don't shop there anymore. Hit them where it hurts. Don't give them your business. If you're dealing with anybody when you are in a position that you can actually do something about it, do something about it. Don't give them the business. Don't give them the time of day. Give them a bad review. Do whatever you got to do to drive the point home that this person's slacking. My example I gave earlier on about gameplay. Yeah, I was in a game. Guess what? I was in a position of power in that group. I left the group. Sayonara. And after poking that person twice to say, hey, do your job, they didn't want to listen. All right, I'm out of here. And this is why I'm leaving. That was it. Same with the workplace. You can try to be diplomatic about it. I've had that happen before. I tried pointing it out to a kid that came in, started working for the company. He decided a 3-hour lunch break was okay. Came back, smelling of alcohol to come back to work. Tried pointing it out to him, got resistance, got attitude. Okay, whatever. And well, guess what? He's not with the company anymore. Go figure. But that's another story. Don't let these slackers do what they got to do. Straighten them out. Try to get them to build a work ethic, especially if it affects you. Don't let somebody else be a boat anchor. It's going to make your life more difficult. Slackers, just keep it in perspective. If there's something you can do about it, do it. There's always an option. Don't think that you're stuck because you have a slacker that you're experiencing. So that's about it. I wanted to cover that. I thought it was something important, especially to bring up on a Monday, especially if you're starting back at the workplace. I've seen a lot of work quality go down the tubes lately because of the level of employees that are being hired, unfortunately. Don't be that slacker. Give it 100%. You're getting a paycheck. You're getting something out of whatever you're involved in. Put your effort into it. Pull your weight. Make it easier for everybody else and get the job done. That's basically it. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in today for episode 124 of Soapbox Daily. Please, if you have some time today, check out themadmorgan.com. Yes, themadmorgan.com for all our projects and episodes and all the information you will find on there, themadmorgan.com. Lots coming down the pipe. I'm excited. Don't want you to miss out. Check it out. Other than that, hey, keep your integrity in check. Have yourself a marvelous day moving forwards. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you next episode.